Okay, this video is being made on 6/30/2013. It's 10:30 a.m. and my name is Leslie Williams. And this is a video prediction concerning the factual realities of what might occur around me, concerning me, about me, or directly towards me as a result of me being a target and victim and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. As a result of being a target of this crime, I experience what at least in the least form of what I experience is individuals getting around me along all of my routes and either constantly repeating the word gang stalker, gang stalking, or gang stalk along with oh my god and or weird or crazy. I didn't develop their methods, I'm only exposing what they're doing, okay? It's called the direct conversation method of sensitization tactics of organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. Now, you can Google these descriptions and come to understand the factual realities concerning that this is one of their methods. Now, this is what the harassment that I experience in the least form in reference to being a target of these crimes. Now, as a result of me exposing evidence online, cyber surveillance is a method of organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. They know that I'm exposing evidence online concerning the evidence that's caught and the places that it's being caught at. Okay, so their whole goal is to attempt to escalate this situation towards me in order to be able to start accumulating falsified information about me, like falsified police reports, possibly falsified county mental health reports, possibly falsified reports at area psychiatric floors. Because in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, their whole goal is to discredit the target on paper in order to be able to get accumulated documentation over time as a result of staged events that occur over long periods of time. So they can then try and claim that this target is mentally ill, delusional, paranoid schizophrenic, bipolar, dementia, whatever they can. Now, whatever mental label that they can put on a target in order to discredit the target's mental capacity. See, their whole goal is to claim that what's happening to a target is because of a mental illness. That is their whole goal. Or their whole goal is to try and claim that the target's either a threat to themselves or others, or that they're engaged in some type of criminal or illegal activity. Yes. Because their whole goal at the end of the day is racketeering, in reference to somebody like me who's on disability. See, what they're doing is taking people out of their homes, okay, through clever covertly managed schemes and maneuvers by getting landlords and property owners on board. They will also solicit the aid of, like, say if I was in an apartment building right now, having my own apartment inside the apartment building, they would get tenants that are on either side of me or both sides of me, above me and or below me, to engage in organized stalking and gang stalking of me, towards me, concerning me at this apartment complex. Or what they'll do also is even rent apartments either above me, below me, or next to me. And this can be Googled. You can go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and how they rent apartments next to targets. Yeah, I got a book in my backpack right now titled The Invisible Crime, which was written by an organized stalking, gang stalking target, and he flat out states it in the book that they will rent apartments next to you, okay? And if you go to Google and type in how creating homelessness of a target is one of their main methods, they can do it by getting postal employees on board. Every description I described to you in this video, Google it and YouTube it in reference to the name or theme of the description and cross-reference it to either organized stalking and or gang stalking. And you'll clearly be able to see that organized stalking and gang stalking engages in these described methods. Okay? In order for you to be able to develop a holistic pictorial representation in your mind concerning the factual realities that this is what they do to targets in a template protocol of methods and tactics to bring about a desired result. It's where they frame the situation to frame the result. Create the homelessness, have the target harassed along all their routes using organized stalking, gang stalking tactics and methods, which include staged events with even staged witnesses. And the book that I have in my backpack literally states it. It's called The Invisible Crime by Mike Fitzhugh-Bell. You can buy it from Amazon, and he was covered on Coast to Coast with George Norrie on Valentine's Day 2013. There are certain things in that book and in that radio interview that you're going to hear that you won't understand because of the simple fact that the technological resources that Mr. Mike Fitzhugh experienced are they associated to the perpetrators who perpetrate organized stalking and gang stalking. The only thing I can do is tell you to go to YouTube and type in John Hall's satellite terrorism and listen extensively and thoroughly to each one of his videos, and you will come to understand the factual realities of these expeditions. Do it. John Hall's even been covered on the news himself in reference to how he wrote a book called Satellite Terrorism. Okay? And it's all over the internet, the technological resources of gang stalking. So, what they basically do is, because they're involved in racketeering, human trafficking, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft, all forms of racketeering that you can think of, including using people as straw people. They're targeting the elderly, people on disability, veterans who are on disability, anybody that's got a stable, fixed income, like a pension. Because what they're doing in part is going into these HUD offices, yes, through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, okay, and City Hall, and buying up homes that have been foreclosed on, that as a result of property taxes not being paid for, or as a result of people walking away from homes as a result of them not being able to keep up with the mortgage. Foreclosed homes. And what they're doing is going in through these offices and buying up these homes. They're also buying them through realtors. And then once they buy these homes, they set them up and get state licenses in order to be able to use these homes in order to be able to place people on disability or people that have mental illnesses or whatever, to place them in these homes so their existing finances can be co-opted, okay, or so they can apply for federal or at least state benefits in that person's name. And then they get every penny of it because they have syndicated probate control of each separate individual that they place in these homes. It's the reason why they're doing it. Yes. Now, when you think about this, one home has one mortgage, okay? So it's got one price attached to it, along with the insurance and so on and so forth, okay, and the property taxes of it. If they use one home to house anywhere between 7 to 11 to even 13 people, and then apply for funds, or at least co-op the funds, the existing funds they already have, like regular Social Security disability payments, or SSI, those are fixed incomes they can count on every month. Okay, so if they get 7 to 11 to 13 people in one home and they have all fixed incomes, or they apply for benefits in their name, which results in fixed incomes per person, then that's 7 to 13 individuals they're using as straw people, okay, to get benefits in their name, okay, by applying for syndicated probate control of these individuals. Also, their insurance is exploited once they're in these homes because they're set up to be harassed in these homes by fellow clients, by people that will come in as a result of like events that they have, because they own more than one home. So they'll bring in clients from another home, or somebody who might be pretending to be a client from another home. As a result, they'll bring in people from another home to be at that home the target's in, as a result of them saying, we're having an event today, and so some people that are associated to one of our other homes are coming over. They come over and an event occurs. Then the target is blamed for the event and then told they have to go into the hospital to get on medication or different medication because their behavior is inappropriate or threatening. And then that's where the Medicare and insurance is built. Medicare fraud. Yes. Targets in these homes are also sexually exploited by the individuals that work for these homes. Yes. Drugging their food. And they're literally doing this. And when the target is knocked out, see, because you got to remember, these people that own these homes are directly connected to organized crime. Okay? And so basically what they do is that they pay off other syndicate members for the things they're doing for the syndicate with sex. Free sex. Healthy sex. Because people like me who's religious don't engage in promiscuous behavior. So these syndicated people believe that they won't be able to catch no sexually transmitted diseases from a person like me. Yes, the fact that I'm reasonably good looking, I don't look like I usually do like right now because I haven't got cleaned up yet for the day. But the point I'm trying to make is that what they'll literally do is either enter the person's room as they're sleeping and put ether on their face, or they'll drug their food. And this is a factual reality, literally. Okay? Now, in order for you to be able to see how human trafficking is a part of this, and the mechanisms that are used in order to render helpless victims of human trafficking unconscious so people can come in and have sex with them, is clearly described and shown in the movie Trade. It's also shown in the movie Taken. Both of the movies, Taken. Let me tell you something right now. These organized crime syndicated members and the clients they get do not care if a woman is knocked out or not. What do you think date rape drugs are all? Date rape drugs are all about. These people do not care if a woman's knocked out or not. They only want to come in and get sex. Period. End of story. Because it's money off of every angle. Okay, instead of paying a fellow syndicated member to do something for them, they'll pay them with the body of sex with a totally helpless woman who's been knocked out by them. So that way the syndicate don't have to pay this guy to do something for them. It's how they work and it's how they operate. My name is Elsie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. If any incident occurs around me, concerning me, about me, towards me, or against me, they try to provoke me along all my routes by gaslighting me, yes, by getting individuals who look threatening, bikish, gangish around me to engage in gang stalking physical gestures for me to witness, which makes me, they're trying to make me feel frightened and threatened as a result of even the type of people they're using. Yes. Their whole goal is to try to make me feel threatened, frightened. They want me to experience hate because of what I have to experience from them, frustration, anger, fear, because all of these emotional states that the target experiences as a result of being bombarded constantly with the sensitization tactics, the mind and body reacts to it. They count on it in order to wear down the target. Yes, and that's not including the physical exhaustion that the target might have to go through as a result of being homeless. Yes. Sorry, I'm choking on the Hall's mental ellipsis. This also includes how they'll use homeless shelters, charities, churches, social services. It's organized crime in the system that has tentacles out within the community in white and blue collar working sectors. Okay? And basically through the tracking and surveillance of a target, they know where a target's at in real time and basically try to stage these events in order to make it appear that the police were called through legitimate purposes. And they will even stage the witnesses. And staging events and staging witnesses is flat out in the book, The Invisible Crime, and it can be Googled and cross-referenced to gang stalking. So, what are the type of labels that individuals in the system will use in reference to what I'm describing in this video? They'll say, look at Leslie. She's saying all these things are happening to her or could happen to her. She's paranoid, schizophrenic. Because she's claiming everywhere she goes, somebody's bothering her through specific ways. This is what they count on. Because this is in part how they take the syndicated probate control. By claiming that a target is crazy, a threat to themselves or others, paranoid schizophrenic, or schizophrenic. It's the labels they use to take the syndicated control. That's why gang stalking is set up to be, and in part, the reason why it's expedited in the way it is. They get help from Duke community members to engage in gang stalking methods around a target for a target to experience in specific ways. They then leave for the day and they're never used again, and then the next day they just get different people. And that is achieved through the community notification, it's achieved through the offender's notification, it's achieved through these individuals having power positions in the community that can influence members of churches, groups of churches, any other type of group that's in the neighborhood, like fraternities, sororities. It's all based on lies, slander, deception. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." It's a good preliminary introduction in reference to how easy it is to influence anybody's thinking based on a badge and a lie. It's just a preliminary introduction in reference to how they operate. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and this is literally what the syndicated individuals in the system do. And I'm talking about members of the DA's office, members of the city's attorney's office, syndicated police officers, and their syndicated social services workers, social security workers, and even doctors in area hospitals, along with county mental health. It's a syndicate that works together in order to be able to achieve these objectives using these methods and tactics and maneuvers. Yes, for the syndicated probate control, all for money. Insurance fraud, co-opting a person's existing finances, and sexual slavery. Money from every angle. While the person is tormented, tortured, harassed on a daily basis, while they're put on psychotropic medications they don't even need to be on at all, that alter their cognitive ability, that make them anxious, that even makes their body anxious, because a lot of these medications can also excite physiological the body. If you're on a medication you're not supposed to be on, some of these medications can literally cause you not to sit still while you're being harassed inside of a home. The medication is compromising your cognitive abilities while it's compromising you physically, while you're being put in a home that you don't want to be in at all because it's run by criminals, and you're aware that it's run by criminals, while you're being deliberately harassed in these homes. So you can't think clearly about how to handle the situation. Your body's already reacting to the medication, yes, while you know you're being set up, and while you know you can't escape. Because even if you were to run to a neighbor's house, the members who are running the house will call the syndicated police to come out and take control of you in order to keep you isolated in these campaigns. And this is how it works. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I am not a threat to myself or others. I am being provoked along all of my routes. You can go to YouTube, go to Google and type in fans filtration. It's a YouTube channel. They got some excellent videos concerning gang stalking, and practically everything that I have described in this video is described by them as well. How they provoke targets along their routes, how they even stage witnesses. Activism of Care is another YouTube channel in reference to gang stalking that can be Googled, so you can bring up the right and appropriate YouTube videos concerning gang stalking, concerning that specific YouTube channel. And gang stalking and organized stalking can be extensively and meticulously researched online for you to be able to compile the information together in order for you to be able to create a holistic pictorial representation concerning the factual realities of how they do operate and what they're really actually all about. Syndicated judges, syndicated prosecutors, syndicated DA's office members, syndicated police officers, and syndicated doctors, all working hand in hand in order to bring about the original objective of why a target was flagged and tagged and why they were put out on the street to begin with. And if you don't think that postal employees will not steal the rent of a target, you can go to Google and type in mail theft and mail delayment, or stealing of rent, in reference to, cross-reference to gang stalking or organized stalking. Property owners and landlords, how they'll rent apartments next to targets, how they'll stage events with witnesses. Those are usually called street theaters. If you Google each description and cross-reference it to either organized stalking and or gang stalking, compile the information together, and you will get a pictorial representation in reference to these are the different pieces of the puzzle, okay, that bring about the wholeness of how they operate. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. So we're going to see if any staged event occurs towards me, concerning me, about me, around me, or against me, any place I go, including UCSD, any grocery store, any business, any travel route, including MTS services, yes, on any date, and including at my hiking area. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I am not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I mind my own business everywhere I go, and I am overtly harassed through clever sensitization methods that were literally designed and developed to blend in with everyday things that everybody does. They sensitize targets to everyday physical gestures that everybody does, and they sensitize targets to words and or phrases that everybody might make, except for getting people around me to say gang stalking and gang stalker. They're stupid to do that, okay? And, okay, I gotta go. Remember, I got over 700 audio files of showing this tactic being utilized around me everywhere I go, okay? You can also go to YouTube and type in... excuse me, please. 2/20/13, learning disabled woman catches a gang stalker admitting sent to harass. That was me catching an individual literally admitting to me, and then when he was admitting it, a hidden tape recorder was running on me that a San Diego police officer put him on the corner to engage in gang stalking. That occurred on February 20th, 2013. Then you can go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments. I caught 3 teenagers admitting they were put on a bus route to engage in what I was already describing online that I was putting up with. The first video that I mentioned is 2/20/13, learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sexual harass. These are 2 separate videos. Make sure that you look at not only the host videos, but look at everything that's in the description of each of those videos, and then cross-reference the information in those videos, okay, in the description of those YouTube videos, to their published dates, and cross-reference what's described in them to the published dates to what's in the host videos and their published dates. And you will come to understand the factual realities of what is happening towards me in San Diego. Undisputable proof. So why won't the DA's office investigate this crime's happening to me? And why won't the San Diego police? Because the San Diego police, at least, are directly connected to the crime that's happening to me. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth. And any event that happened towards me along any of my routes, including this area where I'm hiking at, understand this. No matter how they dress it up or who they use, and no matter who they even use possibly as witnesses, it will be gang stalking related. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California, and the only thing I ask is for you to possibly say a prayer for me. Okay, thank you, and have a nice day.